Well, hello. Today I'd like to welcome you to my review of the Linz brown pen, because I can't think of another name for it. So, let's dive into it. Alright, so today I'd like to try that over. So I want to show you my Linz pen. Now, at first I thought this is just a cheap 1960s wrap around it, but I'm starting to wonder if it's celluloid. So I'll show you why in a minute. But starting from the top, nothing on the cap. I don't see any branding anywhere except on the clip we have. Oh, sorry, I thought the N and the Z were backwards. They're not. Linz. Don't know much about the brand. A little corrosion there. And then we have, obviously, a piston filler. And then this, I think, rather attractive brown. And I think it's celluloid because if you look here, trace the line. It was very common with vintage pens to lay the celluloid out in sheets and then coil it around something to make the pen barrels. So I think that's what we have here. Now we uncap the pen, have a greenish ink window. I don't know if that's due to age or staining or if it was made greenish, but I think it matches the brown really well. The nib isn't, one of your classy nibs. Dauer Feta 12. And oh yeah, I don't believe there is tipping there. Let me just double check with my loop. So top view. This is really hard to film. Side view. So it's just a little thicker there. There's no actual tipping material, which is fine. The Dauer Feta were cheaper nibs. I've only run into them once or twice though. So I've got the feeling this is not a very expensive pen. And I don't know if it's ready for an ink this classy, but let's give it some classy Parker Quink washable blue. I was surprised it has a blind cap. I did not expect that. But anyway, give it a snort of ink. Ooh, we got a full fill, but let's just do it again. There. Last time I will mention this, but this will be my third entry, so history is being made here, in my new notebook, because the old one, which was a UK supermarket special, got used up. Okay, it took a little doing to get it going, but we've got the Linz, lacking a name, I'm just going to call it Linz Brown. And we'll put a DF for Dauer Feta. Feta is a nib. Dauer, I can't remember. Dauer means duration. The ink in it is Parker Quink. By the way, tipping basically helps the nib last longer. It's a much harder material usually than the steel or gold that nibs are made from. But it's not necessary. If you use a stub nibs don't typically have tipping on them. So as far as flex, this has more than I expected. Not, huge amounts, but more than I expected. Wetness and flow, now that it's going, I am quite pleased. And it's very smooth. Much smoother than I expected also. But yeah, pretty wet nib. Smear test, of course I'm pretty sure it's going to smear. reverse writing if you're into that kind of thing. You know, sort of scratchy, very light, kind of an ultra extra fine. And finally, the world famous Peer Gustafson test. And I think it did very well on that. So all in all, this is a pen that I've been kind of thinking, why did you buy that? Oh yeah, it's a brand you'd never heard of. But it's more impressive than I expected it to be. So Linz brown pen is brown. I don't have a model, I don't have a year, I don't have much. But I know it's German, and I'm pretty sure it's celluloid because of the line in the celluloid. And pocket test, it performs just fine. The real test of this pen is how does it write, and the dauer nib is I like it. Last week or so I've been enjoying rediscovering this pen because it has actually been a year or two since I filmed the writing sample of this pen, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's flexible. It writes really well. It's got the very fine and it spreads out. It's just awesome. Hardly a peak pen experience, but a very good pen experience. So I'm really happy with it. I don't really know what else to add. You know, it's obviously a lower cost pen because of the dauer nib, but blind cap works really well on paper, and I'm just ridiculously happy with it. So make of that what you will. I'm really happy with this pen, and can't believe I let this review wait this long. So yeah. Well, thank you for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.